Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303. Introducing one co-host with more nuggets than Chick-fil-A, Nick Morahan. Executive producer until we find someone better, Eric Washington. Nobody really knows what he does around here, Nevada Putnam. And now, the single greatest thing to happen to hosting in history, Jermaine Antonio Colon Mendez. On with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303. I'm your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. These are the executive producers, the Nutty Putty and the EP, and this is episode 334. Today's episode, we'll get into head-to-head review. Pop Culture Pick'em returns, top 5 Parallel Universe NHL Champions. We'll get into a little Week 7 review and a little Week 8 preview. Without further ado, how are you doing this evening, Nevada?
Doing pretty well. Had a baby shower over the weekend. We played poker, but I was not part of the indictment that dropped today, so I think I'm in the clear.
This man is lying through his teeth. Come get him.
Don't believe anything they say, Kash Patel of the FBI.
How you doing this evening, Eric?
Doing good, man.
Hold on. Let's try this again. Bring the energy up.
Well, I'm just gonna say, my energy's down because, like, as a 76er fan, we had a historic performance from a rookie, and then the next day the NBA announces that they're all criminals. Like, we couldn't even savor the moment for 5 seconds. Now I'm worried about somebody on my team fucking throwing games. I'm like, come on, man, why are we doing this?
Well, Cooper Flagg didn't have the greatest rookie debut, so they got to drum up some business somehow.
We got to keep the NBA in the headlines, dude. Let's throw Chauncey under the bus.
Yeah, forget Wemby.
Yeah, I don't know why that dampens your energy, though.
I just was looking for any way to tie in the 76ers and talk about VJ Edgecombe for a second. Because the rookie went bananas last night.
You could have just talked about that.
I don't want to sound like I'm self-glorifying or anything like that. You know what I mean? I got to keep the negative persona going. That's why I'm bald and I have ulcers.
It's my favorite joke. The
Huh?
reason why is because he stresses about sports.
It's mainly the Philadelphia 76ers, dude. Everybody else does what they're supposed to do every once in a while.
Every once in a while. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to win in sports.
Yeah, well, unless you fix them.
I mean, even then, they lost.
In the end, yeah, I suppose so.
Look, dude, it's Terry Rozier, it's Chauncey Billups, it's Jonte Porter. I ain't losing sleep over any of those guys. Like,
Damon Jones went down, bro.
It's good. If you were dumb enough to ruin your life for whatever reason, for people that's gonna say it's not money related is crazy to me. Because if it was just about feeling alive and placing bets and feeling some type of way, every other American just places bets and feels that same rush in the sweat of their palms and then cries when they miss an over by 0.5 points. You know what I mean? Like, because the kicker didn't hit an extra point. Everyone else feels that rush, and we're betting chump change. You want to feel alive? All right, put $50K. Put $50K on the Cleveland Browns to win a ball game. You want to feel alive? Yeah, come talk to me. But this sports fixing, there's only one reason you fix sports. It's to make money.
Financial gain.
Yeah, there's only one reason. You're either fixing there. Okay, either way, it results in financial gain. But in the case, Nevada explained that Jonte Porter was getting extorted by the mafia, and they were threatening his life for him to throw those games. Right?
Well, that's a life gain. That's even bigger than a financial gain.
So yeah, but it's just like you're fixing it for gain, right? You got too much in the hole, you need to earn them the money back. You fix a game. It's financial. It always is. And it does crack me up that basketball seems to be the one with the most rampant, well, I can't really say that. Major League Baseball has, they're literally letting Shohei play right now because they think we're stupid enough to think that he didn't notice $4 million missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But look, you can't get rid of the greatest player in baseball, I guess. Pete Rose is arguably one of the greatest of all times. They got rid of him.
I guess the argument is if you got rid of Shohei, you wouldn't have seen that 3 home run, 10 strikeout performance the other day. So
I could do without that.
I would have watched someone else also do something awesome. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. didn't lose $4 million to an interpreter that somehow had access to his bank account and he didn't notice the money missing, but he's having one of the greatest postseasons I've ever witnessed.
Sure.
At one point in time, he had more home runs than swing and miss strikes.
Yeah,
that was Game 7 of the ALCS.
Yeah, he came alive in the ALCS, or I guess got back to it because in those first 2 games, his numbers were not good. But overall, yeah, he's crushing the postseason.
It's unbelievable. Every time he comes up, I'm like, oh, here comes a hit. Here's a bet for you guys who want to fix games. Over 1.5 total bases, Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, no doubt. Are we all on Team Canada for this World Series, or as I like to say, the Buffalo Blue Jays?
I'm Team Natural Disaster.
Yeah, I'm hoping for something drastic. A late season lockout or something, just anything.
I'd rather a hurricane hit Los Angeles than either of these 2 teams win.
The big one. Oh, but the last time they had an earthquake during the World Series, the Dodgers won that shit, so maybe not.
No, take both teams out. RIP, I'll be at the funeral.
I don't maybe the Dodgers.
Did you guys see this stat that the last 4 teams, or I guess 4 instances, where one division or one league was a sweep in the LCS and the other one went to 7 in the LCS? The team that came out of Game 7 ended up subsequently winning that World Series.
I know why you saw that stat.
Yeah, well.
That one stung a little.
Yeah. I saw it. I was like, oh, that's a cool stat. Then I saw Todd Hilton there. I was like, all right, well.
The Dodgers swept the Brewers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suckers.
The Brewers, I don't believe, had an over 100 batting average for the series.
Oh, I forgot they had that crazy pitching run. Dudes were going into the 8th inning with 11 strikeouts. It was wild. I exaggerated it, but I forgot that 4 games in a row they just had phenomenal performances from pitching.
No, one of them had Yoshinobu had a complete game. So 11 strikeouts.
They're just throwing A-listers at you, dude. You just had Blake Snell for 7. Well, here's Kershaw. Oh, you just had this guy for 7. Here's Sasaki. It's oh my god.
I was gonna say there's nobody you don't want to see more coming out of a bullpen than Tyler Glass now.
Dude.
That was crazy. I was like, wait, we're pitching Glass now out the pen? What the hell is happening right now, dude? But crazy. Hey, a Billy 65 in deferred money.
No big deal. It's I thought it was wild to consider that the Blue Jays could do the funniest thing this World Series and win a title before a Canadian team in the NHL does. Mind you.
They have a basketball one. That'd be funny as shit. They got a baseball one.
7 or 8 NHL teams in Canada, and they haven't won a cup since '93 in their own sport. I don't know. It'd be pretty funny.
Will get you, dude.
As a professional podcast, that will be significant later in today's episode. Let's go ahead and get into the head review, Eric. Oh, I'll filibuster while you get that screen shared. Speaking of, the Chicago Bulls are undefeated.
Yeah, they're above 500.
Never lost.
All right. So last week was week 41. Jermaine went 0-3. Who posted that parlay for you? Was it Atlanta?
No, well, yeah, Atlanta also, but Washington, Jaden Daniels went down and
Oh yeah, he
nicked
pulled
it
that
in the
hammy.
butt.
0-3 puts him at 37-86 on the season, up 22.27 units. Nick went 1-2, putting him at 48-75, up 40.39 units. Nevada went 1-2, putting him at 54-69, up 62.79 units. I went 2-1, and I reclaimed my second place title, 48-75, up 40.89 units. I jumped Nick by 0.5 units. Suck on that, Nick.
He doesn't know.
Well, I was, trying to keep him involved somehow.
We might as well just stop tracking his bets next year, boys. Anyways, let's go and get into a pop culture pick'em.
All right. Put this back in. Can you guys see that pretty good?
It looks fantastic.
Oh, don't lie to me. All right, here we go.
In hand.
So, top 5 Parallel Universe NHL National Hockey League champions. The order is Jermaine, Nevada, and myself. Jermaine, go ahead and kick us off, Brody.
I'm gonna go with the 2023 through 2025 Edmonton Oilers.
Ooh, a little double dip there, huh?
I'm taking them both. They should be back to back, man. Connor McDavid, I was rooting for him to get a ship, but I guess he's gonna have to try again.
Right. It only gets easier, right?
Yeah, you're guaranteed to make it back, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure that's how it works. That's what Dan Marino says. My first pick, even though I don't like the team, it would have been so cool to see Vegas win it their first year when they went to the Cup final.
But we liked them that year.
Right, because they were cute and cuddly and stuff like that. And then they turned into a gremlin monster, and it's just a nightmare.
What was that, 2018?
Yeah, let me double check. But yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. We were in Vegas for that. Remember, Jermaine?
God damn it. We were, yeah.
Oh,
The Tampa Bay Lightning just scored on the Black. I hate the Lightning with a passion.
With my first pick, I'm going to go with the 2010 Philadelphia Flyers for obvious reasons. Take away one from the Blackhawks, give one to Philly. And then after that, I'm going to go the opposite direction of Jermaine. I'm going to go the 2023 Panthers so that we would already have a new three-peater and not have to hear these Laker heads talk about how they're still the last team to three-peat.
They're not going to acknowledge an NHL team three-peating.
Why? It's a three-peat.
They're not going to acknowledge that, Eric.
In a harder sport.
If you say so.
I mean, true sports fans will acknowledge it. You know, maybe guys that just only watch the Lakers, maybe not, but true sports fans, a three-peat's a three-peat, dude.
If you don't care about hockey, you don't care.
Well, that's my pick, so go ahead, Nevada.
I'm just saying, like, nobody's, like, they're still going to say it.
My next pick is going to be the 2018/2019 Tampa Bay Lightning. Got ousted by the Blue Jackets. Not even ousted. They got swept by the Blue Jackets in round uno. Not a good look.
Why the Lightning? You couldn't pick any other. You're just picking hated teams.
No,
I'll take the go ahead.
It was a phenomenal regular season team. They had 62 wins, 128 points, which is at the time was the most in league history until a couple years ago, and they look like they're dominant and unstoppable, and then they get swept in 4.
Good riddance. If you want a great regular season team, go get one of those OV squads that got swept in the first round.
It might be on the list.
2006, 2007 Atlanta Thrashers.
Oh, love a Thrashers callback.
Because it would be so awesome if they won a cup and then they got disbanded, and we could make the joke that they've won a cup more recently than any of the Canadian hockey teams.
Oh, I love it.
And then 2015, 2016 San Jose Sharks. They lost in the cup finals to, I believe, the Rangers. And I just remember that Sharks team being so good for like a 4-year stretch, and they just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, they were dominant and just couldn't do it. My next one, I'll double check on the year, but I'm gonna go with the Ducks. Was that 03 Ducks?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Okay. I think I could be wrong about this, but the last time that no, I guess it wasn't, because Connor McDavid just won Conn Smythe a couple years ago, but didn't win the cup. But before that, I believe it was Jiggy, the goaltender for the Ducks, won the Conn Smythe for the best playoff performance, and goes out there on the ice against the Devils to collect his trophy. And man, the heartbreak on his face. He's just like, cool, thanks.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine having to pick up your MVP trophy watching the other team hold the Stanley Cup? That's disrespectful.
I mean, like, it's so bad. Like, nobody batted an eye when McDavid didn't bother doing it. He didn't wave. He was in the locker room. He was like, no, fuck that.
They gave McDavid the MVP in the first one, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the round one with the Panthers. Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, I ain't coming out. I think he handled it the right way, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Fuck you. Bring me my trophy. Oh, that's crazy, dude.
With my next two picks, I'm going to cut the homies a little bit. I'm going to go to the 2009 Detroit Red Wings and the 2020 Dallas Stars. Oh, crap.
Not cool, Eric. Not cool.
Says the guy who picked the Tampa Bay Lightning. Disgusting.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Fuck the Lightning, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck them. That's why.
My next one, I'm going to go with perhaps maybe a close team to heart, but I'm going to go with the 99-2000 Avs. Lost in the conference finals to the team in Texas in 7. That was a hell of a team. Hell of a team.
I'll go with the 2013-2014 Chicago Blackhawks. We lost to the Kings in the Western Conference Finals, another team I hate. Fuck the Kings. And then Wolf was double dip.
Was that the Jonathan Quick dynasty era?
Yeah. So they won. We alternated chips for 4 years.
Yep.
So honestly, I should pick the 2011-2012 Kings one as well. Put the Blackhawks there, but we weren't very good in the postseason. Actually, I'm not even sure we made the postseason that year. I have to go back and look, but
I feel like
definitely we didn't make any noise that year. At all. So I'll go with and then last but not least, fuck the Penguins. I'm going 1991-1992 Chicago Blackhawks.
Let's see. Yep, this is the last one. Last one, I'm going to go with the 85-86 Oilers.
85-86. That would have given him what, a 3-peat? Oh, a 5-peat? Holy shit.
Yeah. Probably arguably the greatest offensive team in NHL history. Scoring 420, was it 426 goals, which wasn't even their own record, it wasn't even their own record.
That's insane. This run of Montreal 4 in a row, New York Islanders 4 in a row, Edmonton 4 of 5. Jeez. No parity.
I like looking at the Canadians one because I'll pull it up and read it off to you once Eric finishes his.
Oh, with my last pick, I'll be a homer and go with the 97 Flyers. They lost to Detroit that year.
Gives and takes. Gave him another one just in a different year. Let's go, boys. Blackhawks just scored. Fuck the Lightning. In case you didn't know that already. Did you read that list back, Eric?
Yeah, so top 5 Parallel Universe NHL Champions. Jermaine had the first pick. He went with the 23-25 Edmonton Oilers, the 06-07 Thrashers from Atlanta, the 15-16 San Jose Sharks, and he doubled up on the Blackhawks for his last 2 picks, the 2013-14 and 91-92 Blackhawks. Nevada went the 18 Golden Knights, 2019 Tampa Bay Lightning, 2003 Anaheim Duckies, 2000 Avalanche, and 1986 Oilers. I went with the 2010 Flyers, 2023 Panthers, 2009 Red Wings, 2020 Stars, and 1997 Flyers.
Mr. Jermaine, I think you mentioned the Canadians 4 in a row. They also have 5 in a row that they won.
Back in the day, yeah, right?
Yeah. Back when there was like 8 teams.
Yeah. I don't really count those, but I mean, hey, tight, but
is this their coach during those 5 runs? This is such a 50s name. His name was Toe Blake.
No. Toe?
Yep. Toe Blake. Toe.
Brother, his parents hated him.
I mean, at least
my
to
son's thumb.
Yeah. At least to the Canadians' credit, when they won 5 in a row, they beat 3 different teams in those five years for the Cup. So I suppose they got around.
There's only 8, right? That's
at that time, something like that. Yeah.
God, I wish I had a team that just stacked championships when there was no teams. Here's looking at you, Boston.
Yeah. I did have an honorable mention for, I believe it was the 2010 or 2009 Canucks. However, if they had won, I don't know if the story would have been as great as when they lost and the fans rioted and tried to burn down their own city. Just don't know if the story would have been the same.
They tried to burn their own city down because the team lost. Was there some shenanigans afoot?
It's 30 for 30, just some mob mentality and stuff like that. So,
but did they lose because the refs hosed them, or how did they lose? I don't remember that at all.
No, I'm pretty sure it was in 7, and it was. I think it was in Game 7 was in Vancouver.
They just lost their mind.
Let me double check here.
That's not even Philadelphia did that.
No,
right.
People got shot when we won. And
yeah, when you won, you never burnt down your city when you lost.
That's true. Hey, we're winning. We're not the worst fan base out there anymore.
Nah, relax. Chill. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
5-2. The sky was falling last week.
I think people conflate or mix up that it's Philadelphia's sports media that's really bad. It's not the fans. The fans are pretty normal.
Yeah, so it was 2011. The Canucks defeated the Blackhawks, defending Stanley Cup champions Blackhawks in the first round. Then they breezed through Nashville and San Jose before facing Boston in the final, where they had a 3-2 series lead and let it go. But yeah, there's a whole documentary. I can't remember if it's a 30 for 30. I think it might be, where they interview some of the people that were charged for the riot, stuff like that. But yeah,
I hate going to job interviews. Why were you arrested? Oh, I tried to burn the city down after we lost. You're hired. That's
yeah,
the kind of
exactly.
communication you need.
I can only imagine what they would have done if they actually won.
Successfully burned it down.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody would have been on the same page.
I was about to be like,
we don't need this city anymore. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
I was just about to be like, I don't understand how people feel the need to destroy things, but then I also remember being a young kid tearing a frame off the wall and burning a jersey in my backyard. So like I kind of do get it at the same time. Like the rage just consumes you, dude.
That story. I'm just like, at no point in time did you just be like, this is so much work, I'm over it. Like, had to go get lighter fluid, had to go get matches, had to break the glass, had to.
I was getting more hot as I was doing it. Like I wasn't cooling off. I was going the other direction. He was like, why can't I burn this now?
Had to get the fire pit situated, had to light a fire. Like, at no point in time was he like, this is ridiculous.
Eric's just in the backyard, like redoing the landscaping. He's like, it has to be perfect before I do this.
I don't think that's what it cracks me out. I don't think I've ever been that angry where I would follow through. So like I could get, but it's like to sit in sustained anger is just like, what are we doing? That's so crazy to me. Like, yeah, Canucks blew 2 closeout games. So did the Mariners. We didn't hear about the Mariners trying to burn down Seattle.
I mean,
in fact, we saw a live reaction of Seahawks fans watching the Seahawks on Monday Night Football just react like, you know what I mean? Like, just calmly. just calmly. Like,
yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say there's been some growth, though, because after the 2022 Super Bowl, I didn't burn anything. I just calmly drove home. Didn't say anything, you know?
Then when you got home,
it was
you just
6 hours in silence.
Yeah.
What?
Then when you got home, you just mercilessly beat yourself up. Just in
celebration.
It
was a few months after that, but you know, I didn't set anything on fire or anything like that. So I think there's a lot of personal growth there.
Just sitting in your room thinking like, what's the next line of attack that we can go after Sirianni for?
He's on Eagles message boards plotting to storm the capital of the Eagles.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
The original January 6th. That was an uncomfortable car ride. 6 hours of silence.
That does sound incredibly awkward.
We were supposed to stay one more night in Phoenix, and I was just like, man, fuck that. I want to go home. So I just drove 6 hours from Phoenix to San Diego. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Fuck this city.
We were supposed to stay that night after the Super Bowl, but because they lost, he was just like, we're leaving now. And then he gripped the steering wheel so hard he was white knuckling the whole way there.
You stopped to get gas and like, Eric, you can get out and get gas? No, just go ahead, fill it up. We'll start this bad boy up and keep going. 2.5 more hours.
We won't talk about the car that he ran off the road. All right.
Never happened.
Yeah, that's right. We won't talk about it.
I played the field.
Let's get into
that angry. You just murder somebody. Like I wouldn't get that angry.
Are you kidding me?
I murdered a jersey.
That jersey was premeditated. You kept going, dog.
Yeah, but the jersey didn't have a life or a soul. You know what I mean? I can't take a soul.
I disagree. Every object has energy.
Had no way to defend itself. Man.
All right, let's move on from this conversation.
I tried to. You brought it back up. I said let's get into Week 7 review. All right, give us a takeaway, Eric. Move us on.
All right, big takeaways. Let's see. I wrote these down here. Okay, so first one is, I know that there's a man named Christian Bartholomew McCaffrey that plays in San Francisco, but let's take him off the board. Is Jahmyr Gibbs the best running back in football, or is it Bijan Robinson? Because after seeing that touchdown, I don't know, man. What?
Which one?
That 70, what was it? 72 yards?
I just had the same conversation with you guys the week before after Bijan Robinson's 84-yard rushing touchdown.
I'm saying, dude, okay, here's the takeaway. We have some really nice fucking running backs in the NFL, man. It's really fun to see these, not on the LT Sean Alexander level, but it just feels again like we're getting back to better running backs. I don't know. I know that we've never not had good running backs. We just had Derrick Henry for 10 years, which was awesome, and we had prime Zeke, but this generation of these young backs is awesome, man. And Jahmyr Gibbs, he's the lightning in that situation, right? Because boy, that man he's special, dude. Special. And then my next takeaway is don't trade an all-pro defensive end. Find out your team has an amazing offense and then try to trade for another all-pro defensive end. Why don't you just keep the one that you originally had instead of making this whole debacle up? Because, dude, Dallas actually looks freaking scary, man. If they could stop the run, I'd actually have to put a little respect on their name this year. That's all. What they did to Washington was uncalled for. That was crazy.
Yeah,
did you have a chance to watch the game?
Yeah, I watched it, yeah.
Dak was just doing whatever he wanted.
Dak always does. Dak always has. When he's healthy, Dak Prescott always performs when he's healthy. I don't know why people refuse to say Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. I don't know why they put other people above him. Dak Prescott is a damn good quarterback in the National Football League. He just always seems to miss every other season like Christian McCaffrey. So, my man just snapped his ankle 3 times. I'm like, dude, you got to hit some calf raises, big dog.
If you're focusing too much on the hip.
Bro, Washington's defense is trash. We sat here and talked about it on the podcast the week prior. Nevada and I were both like, this over is not high enough. Mm-hmm. And the over was not high enough.
I mean, Dallas almost hit it by themselves.
It was 54.5, and I think they scored 60-something points.
66, yeah.
66. I was like, it's not high enough. I was like, you could buy points and still hit. That's because Washington may have a worse defense than the Dallas Cowboys.
They're both pretty bad.
First of all, don't hear what I'm not. Dallas, before this game, Dallas Cowboys defense was averaging 31 points against. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I agree.
And they had to knock out Jaden Daniels for that to happen again.
Yeah, exactly. And if Jaden Daniels plays that whole game,
he probably gets 31.
He probably cooks him with Chris Moore and Luke McCaffrey. And Debo and Terry McLaurin weren't even out there.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta breathe. I don't know, have the foresight. Don't trade the guy who's the glue to your defense. I don't know if he was the glue to the defense, but don't trade the big name superstar who makes impact plays for you.
He was the best player on that defense, but they weren't good with him. The defense still wasn't good with them. Now they're completely awful. Yes.
I was going to say better than what they have right now, dude.
Yeah, but the bar wasn't incredibly high. And that's what makes me laugh. He's gone to this Packers team, and the Packers defense isn't anything that great. Dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to sit here and say I don't want Micah Parsons on the team. I don't think you're incorrect. But from the Cowboys' perspective, they were not good with him, and now they're just worse.
I guess the way I see it is and I don't know, it's so hard to tell with players nowadays because some guys will play 9 and retire, some guys will play 18 and retire, but you have a window with Dak, and you have Pickens and CD, and this committee of running backs they've been using has been working for them. GMing's got to be so hard, man, because to make that decision when you have that on the other side of the ball, and you're in, I don't know, it's just It just makes no sense to me that they traded him at this point right now. Like, I can't justify it. I'm like looking at them and I'm like, if you guys could stop the run, you would have beat the Packers.
If they have Micah Parsons, can they stop the run?
I don't know. I don't know if that was. I don't think that was his specialty.
Yeah,
It allows other guys to do better because you have to focus on him. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they probably still can't stop the run though.
Well, whatever. I just don't understand it, man. I just don't get it. Like,
I'm not disagreeing.
I think they're better situated to stop the run now with Kenny Clark in there than they would be with Micah Parsons.
They can't do it.
I know. They still can't do it.
Although they stopped Washington. Matt Eberflus.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
He was the I mean, dude, he had some good Bears defenses. He just couldn't coach. Well, he made the mistake of hiring Shane Waldron as his offensive coordinator. How does that dude still have a job? He was in Seattle. He ruined JSN's rookie year. And now look at JSN. Nevada knows it personally. And Shane Waldron goes to Chicago, first year with Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, and Keenan Allen are all like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Now he's in Jacksonville. How does this guy still have? They can't figure out how to work in the number 2 overall pick from the NFL draft. They cannot figure out how to get this guy catches and yards.
He got his first touchdown this week, didn't he? I get what you're saying. Overall, he's not impacting the way you'd hoped. But I think he got
this was his first game that he did anything.
Yeah.
How does Shane Waldron still have a job? There's kids on Madden that you should hire over Shane Waldron. Is all I'm saying.
They probably could call a better game.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean this as disrespectfully as possible, Shane. You do not deserve this job, bro. 3 tries is 3 too many. Like, it wasn't like he had a good offense. I've never seen him coach a good offense.
Maybe he's related to somebody.
This is the 3rd stop. I mean, JSN, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett before Tyler Lockett fell off. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen. Now he has Travis Hunter, Travis Etienne, Brian Thomas Jr., and Brenton Strange. Those should be at least middle of the pack offenses if you're a somewhat decent coordinator. But for some reason, they're always dog shit with him. He should not have a job. And I will. He is my new Adam Gase. He's my new Bill O'Brien. He's my new. We've been on these podcasts calling out coaches, and Shane Waldron should be stricken from the ledger of NFL history and never allowed to participate again.
That's funny.
He can. I don't even think he should be a passing game coordinator in the UFL. Like, that's how poor Shane Waldron is. And he keeps going and ruining awesome teams. Like, I just can't do it, bro. 7 points. 7 points. The Saints had 4 turnovers, gave up 200 plus yards rushing on the ground, and scored 14 points. Would you like to go player for player with the Saints roster versus the Jacksonville Jaguars roster? Like, it's unacceptable, brother. It's unacceptable. Shane Waldron should be fired before he's hired. They should hire him just to fire him. Every team should do that, just to fire him, just to send that man a message. That's how awful that guy is. I'm sorry that I didn't know I was going to get sucked into a Shane Waldron rant, but go ahead, Nevada. What's your takeaways from this week?
Yeah. I'm actually with Eric on this one. If Dallas had any modicum of a defense, they would be incredibly scary and probably a top 5 Super Bowl favorite. So
they would be like the favorite to win the NFC.
Yeah, certainly the division, but I mean, I suppose they still could. But yeah, we already talked about that. And then last one. Plain and simple, Casey's back. They put everybody on notice. They're back.
Hold on. I understand the sentiment. Like, I understand what you're saying. How can a team who just lost the Super Bowl be back? did they go somewhere in between that? Like,
it's not that it's a team, it's the Chiefs, and we know what they do and what they're capable of and what standard that they play at, and they have not been doing that until last week. Probably the week before, because this week was like the confirmation for me.
I understand.
And
I understand the sentiment. I'm
people
just
were
saying
knocking
they were
them,
in the Super Bowl last year.
People had even written them off like they're not going to win their division again.
I mean, probably more so here because it's our division, but there was countless people saying this was the year the Chiefs would not win the division because they had fallen off so much. Kelsey wasn't the same guy. Mahomes is going to have a hard time without Rashid Rice for the first 6 weeks. Okay, point to it and tell me where that's all accurate. It's not. They are back to what they have been for the last 5 years. Those rumors, those beliefs have been dispelled.
I mean, they're third in the division right now.
Okay.
Broncos could still win this division.
We're talking third, separated by a game. So we're not talking like third and they're up by 3 games or something. Right now, dude.
That's typically how standings work after week 7. But I'm just saying, like, they could still not win this division, and then those people are still right. That's
okay.
All I'm saying. Look, their offense has returned to Tyreek levels of scoring, and it's because they play. Mahomes right now has the fastest time from snap to ball coming out. Fastest time for a quarterback. So if you can't pass rush, that erases anybody named Micah Parsons or Trey Hendrickson or anyone who gets after the quarterback, Myles Garrett and the like, right? If you can't pass rush and they're getting the ball out quick, then what are you going to do? And their short game, they've replaced Travis Kelce's traditional routes with Rashee Rice. And Rashee Rice is a big wide receiver that you can't put a nickel corner on. And he's a fast wide receiver that you can't put a linebacker on. So that's how they're winning. They're not hitting the deep shots though. I'm not sitting here and saying that they ever win anywhere. And I still think they could lose this division. I think the Broncos could definitely still beat them. And if the Chargers get healthy, they can beat them too. We've seen the Chargers already beat them this year.
Classic Chargers and injuries. A tale as old as time.
Brother, these California teams, it's crazy how injured they get. What is in the air over here? The Rams, the 49ers, and the Chargers every year.
It feels like the Chargers injuries are so bad on that line that they had to literally alter the entire scheme of the offense. And then once Omarion went down, like now it's like, well, okay, we're leaning on Justin again. And, you don't have to get on your soapbox, but we all know how you feel about that. So
fuck Justin Herbert. They're started their 6th tackle.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like their 6th. Look, first of all, no team has a 6th-string tackle, dog. we ain't running that deep, dog. We ain't running that deep. They had to start their 6th. That's crazy. It's crazy. So where do you put the Chiefs? Are they the favorite to win it all?
To win it all? I wouldn't have them to win it all. I would put right now. I'd put the Rams up there.
Yeah.
I want to put the Colts up there. I just don't know. This is kind of new territory. This is new territory for them.
What do you have to see from the Colts to like actually believe?
But my concern is, it may not be a great concern, but they haven't been in this position since Peyton left. Maybe when Luck was there for a year or two, but not like this where they look like they can beat anybody. So I guess it's kind of how do they handle that being the big dick swinging team every Sunday.
So crazy stat I heard on the Colts team before you continue with who can win, but the 2007 Patriots, right, with Tom Brady and Randy Moss, they had the highest EPA of any offense of the last 25 years. I think it might be ever, but I'm just hedging because I don't know if I remember it. But this Indianapolis Colts has a higher EPA than that 2007 New England Patriots offense. Yeah, so they have EPA is expected points added for those who don't know per offensive possession or play. I think it's per play. Which if we remember that 2007 offense with Randy Moss 23 touchdowns in a single season.
Yeah, I mean they did all right.
They did all right. I mean, the thing about them is they have a plus 92 differential. They've put up 200. They're the only team in the NFL that scored. Or actually, there's two teams in the NFL that have scored over 200 points. They're number one at 232, and they have a plus 92 differential. They're not only their offense is amazing, but their defense is they've had some bad outings, but for the most part, their defense is pretty solid.
Right. It's not a elite defense, or I mean, I guess you could argue maybe not even great, but it's really solid and really good. And they get good big plays here and there from the defense. As far as other teams to win it all, I think I'd also put Detroit up there. I mean, I think all of us in the season preview were kind of not as hot on Detroit, thinking they lost both their coordinators. They may take a step back or two, and well, I guess not. They look the same, nothing really changed or anything like that. So I'd put Detroit in that list. Like I said, the Rams, probably the Colts. I think the Chiefs are close to that. We'll see. Well, not this weekend. They play the Commanders, so that I'm not going to see much from that, unless the Commanders completely shock them and make it a close game. But we'll get into that.
Jaden Daniels is probably missing, and then
I think they ruled him out officially
already. Yeah, and then Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel cannot stay healthy. Stop if you've heard that before for one of those two guys.
Yeah. Yeah, the line went from minus 10.5 to minus 12.5 after Jaden was ruled out. So,
sheesh. I forgot to since you said the Rams. I do honestly believe the Rams are one of the more legitimate contenders. But dude, all three of those teams being at 5-2 in that division, Sam Darnold's playing. I don't know if it's at the same level as last year, but he's playing well.
Mm-hmm.
And the Seahawks look good too. The Seahawks look good too, man. What's the name of their coach? Where'd he come from? He came from Baltimore, right?
Yeah, Mike McDonald.
Yeah. Dude, he's got them boys playing well.
Yeah, Mike McDonald, and then they got a new offensive coordinator. Oh, sorry, Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak's the new offensive coordinator. If they can learn how to run the football, that team's going to be real scary.
Yeah.
It's going to be real scary. Kansas City Chiefs just lost the Super Bowl, and from what I'm seeing from them on the field, I think they're the clear-cut favorite, personally. But they dug themselves a hole at the start of the year. So if Denver can hold serve in divisional games, that's all they need to do. If Denver can hold serve, all that because the Chargers already beat the Chiefs to start the year. Oh, but they also beat the Broncos. The Chargers held everyone in the division. I know they beat everyone in their division, and they lost their entire offensive line.
Their entire offensive line, their entire running back field.
They got
Mike Williams retired before the season even started.
Sheesh, bro, that's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, I guess their defense came back a little healthy.
Quentin Johnson looks legit.
Quentin Johnson remembered how to catch the football. That's a plus for them.
He remembered how to catch, so that's good.
All right, before we get into the games, This is quick fire. So just say who you think is going to end up winning the division. New England or Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Pittsburgh's currently the favorite. Do you think anyone else can catch him?
Cincinnati.
Wow, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
What's Pittsburgh's record? How far of the lead do they have?
They're 4-2, and Cincinnati's 3-4.
Joe Burrow is coming back this year.
No, he's not.
I have faith.
Week 16.
Good.
The earliest he can come back is like 16 or 17. Yeah.
I want to pick Baltimore, but no.
They're 1-5, bro. They look rough this year. This might be John Harbaugh. I'm not calling for it. I'm just saying this might be his last year. I'm not calling for it. But you know how the NFL is, dude.
I just love how everyone overreacts so much. It's like he's been so good for so long. Everyone knows the entire team's ravaged, and Lamar Jackson's missing. They're about to have a really high pick if this keeps going. And they'll be like, you know what? Now's the time to get rid of Harbaugh. He's going to have the highest pick in ages. And this is the time to get rid of the good coach.
Yeah.
They've been doing the same thing with Mike Tomlin. And he just, every year, comes in. He's about to win the division again. Anyways, it's supposed to be quick fire. Indianapolis or Jacksonville?
Indy.
Denver or anyone else?
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Philadelphia or Dallas?
Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
That tie is really going to hurt Dallas. Green Bay or Detroit or Chicago?
Detroit.
Even though they lost head-to-head already?
Yeah, they got another one.
All right. Tampa Bay or Carolina or Atlanta?
Carolina.
Tampa.
San Francisco, Seattle, or the Rams?
Rams.
Fun stat: Arizona Cardinals have been in 7 one-score games this year. They're 2-5.
Every single game has been one possession.
Yeah.
They've
lost on the final drive, I think, 4 times this year already.
Oh.
All right, who's the next coach to get fired? Not named Mike McDaniel.
Stefanski.
He's gonna be hot on the market if he gets fired.
Or Sean Desai.
I was gonna. No, that's not gonna work.
Sean Desai.
Sorry, dude, I'm tripping. He was our Gannon.
I was like, that's not even a head coach. I was like, we calling coordinators out.
Yeah.
I was I did call Shea Waldron out, so I was like, all right, we're calling coordinators out.
Yeah, I think I'll run with Gannon in Arizona.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for when I gave you the Arizona Cardinals stats. and then I think he's fired, man. Can't use Marvin Harrison. You got to fire him, dude. It's pretty crazy. Let's get into the betting slate.
All right. So got this pulled up here for you fellas. So tonight's game, Minnesota flew out to LA to play the Chargers. The line has moved since the Chargers scored it. I think it was 6.5. Where the Chargers were 6.5-point home favorites. Now they're 8.5-point home favorites. The over/under was 42.5, but it's jumped up to 44.5. And then Vikings money line is plus 340.
Nevada? Did we lose him?
Oh, you're writing these down, right? Or do I need to pull it up?
I will, yeah. I was just
okay.
The odds real quick, but I think we lost Nevada. Honestly, we'll just move past this one. Oh wait, is Nevada back?
Yep,
he's moving. Thoughts on this game, Nevada?
It's already started. That's my thought.
You think Minnesota can come back and win?
Sure. It's the first quarter.
Yeah. All right. right. Next game.
So our first Sunday morning slate, Buffalo's going down to Carolina. Buffalo are 7-point road favorites. The over-under's 46.5. And if you want Carolina money line, it's plus 285.
East Coast traveling east. Yeah.
The Red Rockets starting, correct?
Andy Dalton is starting. That's correct. Yeah.
Give me that +7.
Honestly, dude, I don't hate that. I will say that Buffalo's coming off a bye, and that's kind of why I'm going to hesitate. And I think the over might be a good play in here, but I'm going to abstain as a whole.
All right. So the next Sunday morning game we have New York's heading down to Philly. Philly are 7.5-point favorites. The over/under is 43.5. And if you want Giants money line, it is plus 320.
So I had the Giants covering this game the last time they played, and I said they had a shot to win it. I was too scared. This time I'll take New York Giants plus 7.5. I love getting the hook, and I'm too scared to pick them to win because I think Philly's going to be playing pissed off, and it'll be in Philly. Their offense just stalls, and I think the Giants can keep it close.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree. I think Philly's going to come out pissed. I'm going to ride the hot hand that won't shut up. I'm going to go A.J. Brown anytime touchdown plus 180.
Dude, why is he tweeting again?
I don't know.
You just had 2 touchdowns and 130 yards. Why are you tweeting? Shut up.
What do you say now?
They use me, but don't use me.
Yeah. Using me, but not using me.
Yeah.
And then he missed practice today with a ghost hamstring injury.
Interesting. What a weird guy.
Maybe he's trying to set up some Antonio Brown antics.
I think he was breastfed too long. All right. Next Sunday game, New York's heading into Cincinnati. Cincinnati are 6.5-point favorites. The over-under is 44.5. New York Jets money line is plus 240.
This game, I don't even want to entertain this game. Look, this is how little I believe in Cincinnati's defense. I'll take New York Jets plus 6.5. Minus 112.
I would take. Oh wait, maybe no. I was going to take a T. Higgins anytime touchdown, but they don't have touchdown scores posted. So I guess I will skip this game.
All right. Moving into the next game, Cleveland heading to Boston to play the Patriots. Patriots are 7-point favorites. The over/under is 40.5. Browns money line plus 295.
I'll go New England 7.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel has started out hot and he's kind of puttered off certainly last week. I'm going to take over on the points at least. I think Cleveland can get like 10 or 13 points. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I ain't taking this game.
They just put 31 on Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
Miami, dog. Did you hear what you said?
Professionals, dude. They all get paid to play, dude.
Here, I'm doing what Nevada wouldn't. I'll take under 40.5.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
Minus 115. When I was thinking of taking it, when you picked the over, I was like, that's crazy. This is the over you want all week.
I saw the number and I was like, yeah. All right, how many points is Cleveland scoring? They're really not. All right, Patriots aren't hitting 40 on their own.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
All right, next game, Miami's heading to over to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Falcons are 7.5-point favorites. The over-under is 44.5, and if you want Miami money line, it's plus 340.
The only reason I want anything to do with this game is Atlanta's at home. Give me Atlanta minus 7.5 and Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown.
Little parlay or independent?
Independent.
Oh, okay.
Nevada, if you could give me those odds, I'd appreciate you, big fella.
Yeah, Bijan is minus 250 for a touchdown.
Minus 250?
Yeah.
What am I doing? What's Drake London?
Even.
All right, I'll take Drake London. Minus 2. We had
Vegas was like, Bijan's for sure scoring, so we're not letting y'all have any juice on this.
Yeah, they said guarantee.
That's why the spread's 7.5, because they already know Bijan scored.
Yeah, they penciled him in already. He's actually got fantasy points already in the game as it started.
Yeah. Yep.
You're interested in anything on this, Nevada?
I'm looking through it. I don't think so. No, I'll pass on this one.
All right.
Yeah, Darren Waller is placed on IR. Jalen Waddle's questionable. Tua got benched. His vibes are all-time low right now.
Dude, it's all bad in Miami. Next game, Chicago's heading up to play Baltimore. Or actually, that would probably be down. Anyway, play Baltimore, a 6 home point favorite. Over under 49.5, and Bears money line is plus 240.
Nevada?
I from what I heard, today's Thursday. From what I heard today, it's not looking great that Lamar plays. So even if he does, I don't think he's going to be that great. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm taking Bears money line.
When I heard Eric read the odds, I was like, I'm for sure riding that, dude.
I actually took him for head-to-head. When I saw that, I was going to take him for head-to-head.
Oh, never mind. All three of us are on it. I'm not taking that bet. y'all got it. Y'all got it.
This is a EP special here, all right? Back off.
Nah, dude. Whenever you see like every panelist picks a team, you should auto bet the other team.
Yeah.
It's bad vibes. Can't do it. So I'll give you the guys the glimmer of hope that it hits.
And just a fun little nugget for you. It looks like about 54% of people are picking Baltimore to win this game.
That's so crazy. What have they seen from Baltimore that
they're betting on name value, dude?
I guess so.
That's the only thing that makes sense. You can't have watched Baltimore play football this year and been like, they're for sure beating the Bears.
Especially without Lamar. You know what I mean? Like, and so
Butterfingers Henry, dude.
He has fumbled a lot to begin the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's so funny? He doesn't fumble 3 of those times. They're a 3-3 ball club, and nobody's talking as poorly about them as they are. But hey, c'est la vie. Next game.
San Francisco is heading to the stingiest defense in football, only allowing 88 points this year. It's crazy. The Houston Texans are 1.5-point home favorites. The over-under is 41.5, and San Francisco money line is plus 102.
I still don't know who's playing quarterback for the Niners because
Purdy got ruled
Vegas.
Out. I have him in fantasy. He got ruled out.
Purdy did?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go over 41.5. And yeah, give me Niners on the line.
They've only given up 88 points this year, dude.
It don't matter. Their team can't score.
And Robert Saleh's on a revenge tour. His defense is looking nice.
Wait. Houston's giving up 88.
Houston's giving up only 88 this year. They just can't, on the other side of the ball, they can't do anything.
Yeah, that offense is broken.
Horrendous.
Like, I don't understand. And Nico Collins has a concussion. Like, it's all bad. All bad. I don't want any action on that one. I think San Francisco wins. That money line's a good ride, especially since it's basically even money. Actually, it's a little better than even.
So we have a divisional game for our next game. It's our first afternoon game. Tampa Bay is heading to New Orleans. Tampa Bay are 4.5-point road favorites. The over-under is 46.5. Saints money line plus 185.
Yeah, Tampa Bay minus 4.5 at minus 108. I can't keep betting my boys. It's just I have a loss every week from New Orleans. I just can't do it no more, dude. We're about to go into the bye 1-9, and then it's Tyler Shuck season. But I will say this, dude. We're gonna be the best 1-9 team I've ever watched. You know what I mean? Like, I don't watch the Saints and think they're a bad football team. They just consistently make that one or two back-breaking play that costs them everything. And our fucking kicker, brother, you could double the size of the goalpost, and I think he'd still miss. And for some reason, they ain't firing him. The tank is in full effect, is what I'm seeing. I was like, oh, we just gonna keep this kicker that can't make kicks. I was like, he's missed a kick in all but 2 games this year.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't signed Koo off the practice squad from I think he's with Indy right now. Or no, the Giants.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what they're doing. Do you want any action on this one, Nevada?
I'm gonna go Baker Mayfield over. Let's see what's his over under at 247 for passing yards.
Can I get a Tez Johnson anytime touchdown? And what are the odds on that?
Johnson. Let's see here.
Did you have the odds for Baker?
He is plus 310. The Baker one was, I believe, it was like minus 111.
I'll take a Tez Johnson at anytime tutty at plus 310.
All right. So next game, we have another divisional rival. Tennessee's heading up to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Colts are 14.5-point favorites.
Jeez.
The over-under is 47.5. Titans money line is plus 850.
Fuck it, I'm doing it. Indy minus 14.5.
Woo.
I think that should hit in the first quarter, dude.
I'm fading Titans spreads until I lose 2 in a row.
I'm going to take JT 2+ touchdowns at plus 125.
Damn, 2 touchdowns is plus 125. That's crazy.
Plus 125. So, all right, basically gospel is what they're saying. Jonathan Thanos Taylor, bro.
I mean, he is on a tear this year, dude. It's crazy.
So remember how Bijan was, what do we say, minus 250 for a touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
JT is minus 425 for a touchdown.
Good Lord.
Can I submit that for head-to-head?
And it doesn't hit?
Brother, I'd be devastated, bro. Oh, that's amazing. All right, let's get into the next game.
So our last afternoon game, Dallas is heading up to Denver. Denver are 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 50.5. Cowboys money line plus 154.
Look, the Dallas defense is the gift that keeps on giving. Give me Denver versus Dallas over 50.5.
Yeah. I'm going to ride that. I'm going to go. No, I'll keep head-to-head separate. I'll just give a tidbit. I took Dallas money line on the head-to-head because this offense, we've seen how nasty it is. Broncos defense has been, well, it's good. It's not as hyped up as it was preseason. I am going to take, let me pull it up. a Turd Ferguson anytime touchdown because we can't cover tight ends, and he's pretty good. Plus 170 for Turd Ferguson anytime touchdown.
Did you want Dallas money line for this, or you said you were keeping that one separate?
Yeah, I'll keep it separate for the head-to-head.
Okay.
This is a perfect matchup for the Denver offense to sputter and not take advantage of a bad Cowboys defense.
They love doing that.
It's exactly what they've done every single time. The only exception, I guess, is probably the Cincinnati game where they scored 28 points. But other than that, the Titans, 20 points. The Jets, 13 points. And then the Giants, obviously, last week required a fourth quarter Hail Mary, essentially. So until the Broncos offense looks somewhat competent and not apathetic, I can't trust them.
It's funny. The Broncos are 5-2, and in the offseason, we were doing the divisional breakdowns. I said, I don't think their defense is going to be as good as last year, and I don't think their offense is going to get better. Sure enough, 7 weeks in, that statement is pretty spot on. They're 5-2 though, so it's like fuck. I mean, it's not, the results are still coming.
Yeah, it's weird. They're kind of I wouldn't say anti-Cardinals because they did have those 2 walk-off field goals in the early weeks, but they seem to have figured out how to be that scrappy one-possession team. Now, if they could just score consistently through the 4 quarters, then it'd probably be a pretty damn good team.
100%. Let's get into the Sunday night football game.
All right, Sunday night revenge game. Green Bay is heading to Pittsburgh. Green Bay are 3-point road favorites. The over/under is 45.5. Steelers money line is plus 136.
Man, this is fascinating. Do you guys? So Philadelphia's offense gets crushed regularly, right? Green Bay's offense, would you say, is better or worse than Philadelphia's offense?
Worse.
Man.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I don't know about this Green Bay offense, man.
I think Philly gets crushed more because they have the names. Green Bay doesn't. I mean, Saquon and Josh Jacobs, both great running backs. I think most people would give the edge to Saquon traditionally. And then you look at wide receivers, A.J. Brown and the Slim Reaper versus
Romeo Dubes.
Tucker Kraft. Don't do that to Tucker.
Okay. So Tucker Kraft or Dallas Goedert?
No, Tucker Kraft or A.J. Brown. Tucker Kraft's that dude.
I'll take Tucker Kraft for 1,000.
Yeah, he don't tweet.
He doesn't have access to Twitter.
Pittsburgh's at home. Pittsburgh's always doubted. Aaron Rodgers' revenge game, and nobody can sit here resoundingly and give me a reason why I should bet with the Packers offense. So I'll do Pittsburgh money line plus 136.
Yeah, I think I'll ride that with you. The Packers, I think, at least me personally, going into the year, I thought they'd be one of the favorites. I think I might have picked them for the Super Bowl for the NFC. They haven't wowed me with anything. They beat the Lions week 1 by 2 touchdowns. Commanders by just over possession. They lost to the Browns. They tied the Cowboys. They beat the Burrow-less Bengals, and they barely beat the Cardinals last week. Micah Parsons hasn't really popped off like he traditionally has. So Dallas is looking like a smart team for that trade. They're just underwhelming at this point. What do you think the fan breakdown in that stadium is going to be? 50-50?
Pittsburgh is a fan base that shows up. I think it'll be like 80-20.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh fans will show up, especially because it's Aaron Rodgers versus Green Bay, you know?
Well, that's why I think Green Bay fans, they show up everywhere.
I don't know. It'd be fun to see. I think Pittsburgh will outweigh the Green Bay Packers, though.
I agree. I was just curious what the ratio may be.
Well, I'll have to keep an eye out on that for sure. All right. Let's get into the last game and get on out of here, boys.
Monday night, Washington's heading into Kansas City. Kansas City are 12.5-point favorites. The over-under is 47.5, and Commanders' money line is plus 550.
I think this is where I will take the big spread. I'm going to take KC minus 12.5.
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, I'll let you. I'm not taking it, but yeah, I think that's the right play there.
Yeah, if Jaden Daniels was playing, do they keep it within 10? Because that Washington defense is no bueno.
They still don't have receivers too, right? They're both out this game.
No. They practiced today.
Oh, okay.
They practice. No, but they keep missing. So Terry McLaurin, I think, is maybe played a game, and I think it was 12 snaps or something like that. I don't recall him playing a whole game this year.
Mm-hmm.
And if he has, then that's even worse because I just don't remember seeing him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think Kansas City's gonna whoop this ass for sure. And if Dallas wins, then yeah, Nevada's right. Kansas City's gonna win this division. So Denver cannot lose this Dallas football game.
We're kind of having a must-win, not even conference game.
Yeah.
If you want to win the division, yes, absolutely, because you're going to have to now keep pace. And this offense needs to stop sleepwalking. Sean Payton, sometimes he is too smart for his own good. You know what I mean? He thinks that he doesn't need any talent at wide receiver. He can just make someone good. And for the most part, he has, but he also had Drew Brees, right?
Right.
You know, so Drew, no disrespect to Bo Nix. He could end up being, but he's not that level. And these Troy Franklins, these Marvin Mims, he's trying to Robert Beacham and Devery Henderson his way to a bunch of wins again. And it just doesn't have the quarterback. He needs somebody. The running game, I mean, all right. I know it's not bad, but it's not like
nothing
I don't
special.
I don't think you turn it around in 3 straight plays. I'm like, yeah, they'll pick up a first down. I don't know if I trust that. So, and Bo Nix seems to be reading slower. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm curious if Peyton is putting more on him, trying to get him more into his traditional offense, because clearly play calling was much different in the fourth quarter. I mean, to score 33 points in any quarter is ridiculous.
In any game.
To do that, your play call has to change to a point where your quarterback can just play. And I'm curious if Peyton is going to take that and say, we had something here in the last 12 minutes of the game. What was it that worked so well? Let's get back to that, and then we can grow off that once we get comfortable and start building that way again. But, yeah, it showed in the fourth quarter. Bo feels and performs much better when he's outside the pocket, doing a little bit of improvisation if need be. But I don't know. It'd be nice if Bo was able to pick everything up and look, anything remotely like Drew Brees, but just ain't there. Not now. I don't know if he ever will be.
Yeah. I think you still have your quarterback for the future, but I think the ceiling has come down precipitously. Anything else for the 10s and 10s?
No.
No, just keep your poker games close at hand. Don't let outside people into your poker games.
Shout out the NBA. All right. Follow us on Instagram, X, and YouTube at Podcast Room 303. For myself, Jermaine Colon Mendez, for the executive producers, the Nutty Putty and the EPE. We'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.